Thanks for tuning into another episode of Full Retard by Mentally Damaged. Today we have a few short stories of choosing beggars, so let's get to it. First story: my ex pressured me into giving her the scarf I had spent time making for myself and then complains it's not good enough for her. Sir, I have a rainbow scarf. I made it myself and I love it very much, but it was poorly made, a bit garish, and I have a tendency to get made fun of while wearing it. People at school already think I'm into dudes. The scarf doesn't help. So I just decided to make a new, more subtle rainbow. I bought this super cool pastel rainbow yarn. It was actual dyed wool, not acrylic, and it was soft as. It was also kinder. Multiple people asked if they could have it when they saw me making it during class, but all backed off after I explained I had bought the yarn special and was making it for myself, all except my ex-girlfriend. She constantly bugged me about it, but I did my best to. When I finally finished it, I was super excited. It actually looked, for once. We happened to be in the same class when I tied the scarf off, so she took it and started acting like it was hers from the start. She put it on and started showing off to the teacher. When I asked for it back, both of them started talking about how much better it looked on her and how it would be selfish of me to keep it for myself. I got really embarrassed and just let her keep it. I'm not even sure if she was trying to be malicious or if she had actually convinced herself I was making it for her. I thought it was over and started a new project. I still had a bit of the yarn left and thought I could still make myself a scarf, albeit one smaller than the original. While I was making, my ex-girlfriend complained the whole time about the scarf I had already given her, because apparently it was too small and she would have rather it have been and longer and not in it. I physically didn't have enough yarn to make her a bigger scarf and had explained multiple times his scarf, so the only scarf I can make look good. There came a point where I just stopped bringing projects I cared about into school. While this story didn't have a nice nuclear revenge ending, it certainly highlights the true spirit of the choosing beggar. My wife does a bit of crochet and thankfully she hasn't ran into this issue herself. Up next we have the story of a choosing beggar employee. Context: so my dad is a window fitter and normally works on his own, as he just started a company a few years ago and he had no one to help him most of the time, so he was looking for an apprentice to help him out. The story: in school I got bullied by this kid CB and his friends, so I never liked him and wanted nothing to do with him. His friend, they liked to cyberbully me and was also following my family on Facebook, which includes my dad. One day, after my dad said he needed an apprentice for his work on Facebook, I had a visit from a very familiar person. CB approached me. He started to talk to me, but I just ignored him, thinking he wanted to tease me, but that wasn't the case. He started to say he wants me to talk to my dad about the apprentice. Turns out he had been looking for a job as he was fired for multiple part-time jobs for reasons he would not say, but we find out later. Now, even though I didn't like him, I knew that my dad needed the help, and so I said I would talk to him. My dad knows that this kid bullied me in school and so didn't want to accept him into it, but he had a big job coming up, so he told me that he wouldn't see how good he was. Now the time came to him having to go work for my dad, and according to my dad, he did nothing there. Apparently were times when he got up to help my dad clean and lift a window, but that's it, he helped with nothing else. As the week went on, it came to the payments. My dad was given the money and they went back to the van they arrived in and the payments were handed out, and this is how my dad described the conversation going: "Dad, so here is what you get, but I'm going to give you a bit less as you didn't do much work." CB: what is this? I thought you were giving me all the money. The money was apparently in the 2000s, as they had to buy the windows for the job, and he gave the CB around 15% of it, which is still good considering he did barely anything. Dad: wait, what? Why did you think I would give you all the money? CB: well, Op said I would get all the money as you're a nice guy. I said that my dad was nice, not he would get all the money. This is the point when my dad lost his temper, as he knew I would not say this. He then asked for the money that he gave to CB, which he hands back thinking he would get more money back. He did not. My dad then got the money and then gave him 5% of the cut instead. CB was mad. CB, what the fuck is this? Why did you give me less? You know that I deserve more. Dad, you did practically nothing this entire week. You spent most of your time in the van texting your friends. Sir, I say you deserve the amount that you were given. CB, fuck you, you cunt. I will leave a bad review on your Facebook page telling everyone that you don't pay them. Dad, well, you can do that, but then I did take videos of what you did this entire week, so I think people won't be bothered what you say. My dad did not do this, but CB ate it all up. CB, fine then, if I can't get to you I will just make life hell for op. Now I just want to say my dad lifts heavy things for a living and is many times bigger than the average adult, so he is very intimidating when he wants to, especially when it comes to his kids. Dad, now you can hear, I will make your future hell. I can put in your reference what you did here today, and since you became my appreciate, I can see where you worked before me. I can see why they also fired you, and with all of that I will make sure that you don't get a job for the rest of your life. And he shut up for the rest of the trip back to his home. He apparently accepted the 5% and never worked for my dad again at school. He didn't talk to me for the rest of the year, but his friends still did to bully me and tried to get him to join on, but he never did. When I asked my dad how he would have made sure that he wouldn't get a job, his answer made me laugh. His answer was that he didn't know. It was just a bluff. That was the best time of the year for me. Edit. Sorry for those who read this at the beginning of its post. I accidentally posted it halfway through. It's all there now. Edit 2. I have bad English, so sorry for that. I mainly speak Polish. Edit 3. The way he was fired from other jobs is because he sat there and did nothing and expects to be paid. We find that out after his mother came to our house and explained it to us while apologizing about his behavior. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe and like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and if you feel the urge, click the support us link and help us out. We have big plans for the show but need to raise $600 for software licenses to make those plans a reality. Have an idea for a topic or just feedback about the show? Shoot us an email at opinions@mentallyDamaged.com.